Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well and you must be gearing up for your periodic 1 exams. So here I am posting this video that will help you to revise the important key points of lesson number 2, living and non-living things. So firstly I will talk about the features of living things. As you all know that living things like plants, animals, human beings, cats and dogs, what are those features? They can breathe. First is they can breathe. Humans have lungs, fish have gills, and plants have stomata, insects have air holes. So all these body parts help them to breathe, and they can move. How they can move? Like for example, we as human beings, we walk, run, and animals like fish, they can swim, birds can fly, and plants can also move. For example, there is a plant, sunflower. Wherever the direction of sun is there, wherever sun is facing, the face of the sunflowers is pointed towards the sun. They grow. How they grow? Human beings grow. Firstly, you are baby, infant, then you grow up as a toddler, then adult, and then old man or old woman. And the same way animals also, they keep on growing throughout their life cycle. First, if you take the example of a hen, it is an egg, and then egg hatches out and the chick comes out and the chick becomes the hen. Okay, and then next feature is all the living things, they need food to grow. They need food for growing and to move, to get energy. Then they can feel also, like we have the skin, and whenever you feel hot or cold, the skin gives you that feeling, helps you to feel that. And plants also feel. There is a plant, touch me not. Whenever you touch it, it just shrinks, it gets smaller. So it shows that they can feel. They can reproduce. What is the meaning of reproduce? When somebody produces the same kind of young ones, like humans, they give birth to babies, and cats and dogs, they also give birth to babies. They are mammals. They give babies, they give birth to babies of their own kind. Okay, and how non-living things are different from all these things? They don't have such features. Non-living things like a table or cloud, they don't have any such things. Okay, now how they are similar? There is also a similarity between living and non-living things. And what is that? They have a definite shape, size and weight. What is the meaning of definite? When something is unlikely to change, when it is not easy to change something, that is called definite. For example, if you have a weight of 10 kgs, then that weight will remain, that will not keep on changing. Yes, you will grow and then the weight will grow also, your height will also grow, but the basic body structure of any person or any animal remains same. And same is the basic structure of any non-living thing. If you have a pen, for example this pen, the shape and size will remain same. Okay, it will not keep on changing frequently. So they have a similarity also. And all these points, they are different because these features, non-living things don't have these features, but there is a similarity between living and non-living things, and this is the similarity. Now comes the natural things which are found in nature. they are natural living things and natural non-living things, or non-living natural things. Living things which can breathe, same, which can grow, for example plants, and natural non-living things are sun and clouds. They cannot change, they cannot breathe, they cannot reproduce. So that's why they are called non-living natural things. And what are man-made things? Which are made by man, for example bus, house, and etc. All the man-made things are non-living things. So all these points I have summed up to explain you lesson number 2. I hope you find my explanation useful and it will help you to revise your lesson number 2 of EVS. Thank you.